Alright guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're here to do the top 5 things that the Meta Quest 3 does better than the Apple Vision Pro. So there are some things I've obviously had both headsets here. I've been playing around with the Apple Vision Pro for a while now, and I'm excited to dive into this video for all you guys to let you guys know that there's still some things out there that the Meta Quest 3 definitely does better right now than the Apple Vision Pro, and probably will for the very foreseeable future. So let's go ahead and get into the video.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a brekkie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie.
So coming in at number 5 that I want to talk about with the Meta Quest 3 kind of falls into accessibility. We're going to leave that as one category, and there's a few things in this category that kind of make sense for it. The first one is that the battery is built in, so you don't have to carry a cable from the side of your head with the battery pack in your pocket, and it kind of, is all built in, whether it's the battery that's already in here or you get an external battery to counterweight it on the back. Everything is all built in already and ready to go. It's truly wireless is the best way to say it here when it comes to that. On top of the fact that going again with the accessibility portion of this part of the video is that you can actually wear glasses in this thing. On the Apple Vision Pro, you can't wear glasses. So a lot of people who either don't wear contacts but wear glasses all the time, because I do know some of those people, you're going to have to either get, on the Apple Vision Pro, you're going to have to get, your prescription inserts if that's your case. On here, you have a choice. You can put in your glasses, you can wear your contacts, you can even wear hard contacts because some hard contacts have issues on the Apple Vision Pro. So you can wear whatever contacts you want. You can wear your glasses in here if you want to, all that kinds of stuff that makes it just more accessible to more people without having to worry about those nuances. And going back to accessibility as well, as the last thing I wanted to mention is just how easy it is for this headset to be shared. Because obviously if I want to share different games with everybody, you just go ahead and pass this to the person next to you, and they're in your account, but they can see all your apps and games and everything. There's nothing to worry about when you're sharing this with a friend when I bring this over to my family's house. When it comes to the Apple Vision Pro, since it's a little bit more personalized because it's your account with your passwords, and it has eye tracking and stuff, when you set that thing up to share with someone else, you have to go into guest mode, and each time you go into guest mode, and you pass it to someone else and they give it back to you, they get out of guest mode automatically, so you have to take the headset back, put it on again, go back into guest mode, and then give it to the next person, and kind of redo that over and over again for each person that you kind of swap out to. And if you have lenses, you obviously have to take them out and put them back in, because that's what I do. I have to take my inserts in and out when I'm passing the headset around. And it's not as easy to pass around, compared to the Quest 3, where it's very easy to share this with anybody you want. So all of that comes in under my accessibility category, coming in at number 5. The number 4 thing on the Oculus Quest 3 I wanted to talk about is definitely social applications. This is one of the things I love about VR, and obviously the Quest kind of has that in spades because it's been around for much, much longer. They have apps like Big Screen and VR Chat and stuff, and Horizon Worlds, where you can go in there and explore with hundreds of other people all over the world, go into these immersive environments, meet people from all over the world and stuff like that, which is awesome. Go into Big Screen and go into big sporting events and watch it all together, all that kinds of stuff. Just being in social applications like that don't really exist, at least currently, on the Apple Vision Pro. Really lends itself to people who love social VR like me. I love social VR. It's one of the things that makes me excited about VR. If you're home alone or you're home bored or whatever the case may be, you can always go out there and meet a bunch of people, 20 people in a room, just have conversations. I've actually killed my Oculus Quest 3 multiple times and just plugged it into the wall because of how many times I was playing these social applications and just being in there for hours without noticing how fast the time was passing, because we were just having a good time talking to everyone and just having a great time in these social applications. And these social applications are getting better and better each day. And it's not something that is technically in spades on the Vision Pro, but that's going to mature hopefully as time goes on. We'll see what Apple does. But right now, social applications are no doubt way better on the Quest 3. Coming in at number 3, that's slightly different than the category we just talked about, is media watching socially. So I separated this out because media watching is a very big deal on the Apple Vision Pro, and it always has been on the Meta Quest 3. And what separates this category on social, what I mean by social media watching, is that you can socially do it with other people very easily. Apps like Big Screen exist where you can go in there with 20 people and watch these movies with everyone, or see what rooms are being hosted and host rooms to 20 people out there. Or you can go in there and watch sporting events with people, which makes it a much more social experience when you're watching these movies and stuff like that with other people. It's a fantastic experience. Going into Horizon Worlds and going into a live concert that is being shown on Horizon Worlds and watching that together with a bunch of people in that world, or going into an NBA basketball game and the immersive content that has, and seeing a basketball game live with a bunch of people around you, or inviting your friends to watch it together, is an amazing experience, especially when you're represented by you. Everyone has their own avatar, and when you go into these social media watching experiences, you're represented by yourself, you're represented in avatar form, and so is everyone else. So it just feels like you're, with other people around you. Where on the Apple Vision Pro, there's only a very little bit of social stuff going on right now. You can technically use, open up a video and stuff like that and make a FaceTime call with like 5 of your friends, and obviously all be on FaceTime, and use Social Play to all basically watch the movie together. So you can be on your Apple Vision Pro and 5 other people can be on FaceTime, but it's definitely not as social as what it is on the Quest, because first of all, you have to know people to FaceTime. It's not like it's a random chat room or something like that you're meeting these people with, which I think is obviously amazing and what VR is all about. But on top of the fact that like you're not represented by your persona or anything, at least not yet on the Apple Vision Pro, it's just everybody on a regular FaceTime call. Even if they are on another Vision Pro, you're still gonna have to FaceTime them, and it will be just a window with their persona. It won't be like an avatar form like it is on the Meta Quest that it's always been. So coming in at number 3 is social media watching. Coming in at number 2 is not only the fact that you have your gigantic library of standalone games that are on the Quest platform, but it's all about the PCVR streaming, something that is natively on here that you can do. You can play a gigantic library of games that exist on Steam VR or the Oculus software on your PC, and you can do it wirelessly with either using AirLink or using virtual desktop and stuff like that, something that at least currently is not really possible, even though there's been some headway on that already. But getting the controllers to work and be recognized and stuff like that is probably going to take some time. So right now, the fact that you can natively do, Steam VR and have access to that whole gigantic library of games is one of the reasons that a lot of people pick up the Oculus Quest 3 to begin with, because the value is amazing, the lenses are really good, and the pancake lenses are awesome, and you can go ahead and play your whole entire Steam library wirelessly anywhere away from your PC, or obviously also connect a cable and link cable if you need to, if you don't want to do it wirelessly. So many options to play all your PC games and have a gigantic library and games looking that much better than they'll ever look on a standalone platform, whether it be on the Apple Vision Pro or the Quest 3, is obviously an awesome thing, and it comes in at my number 2. And the number one thing, of course, that the Meta Quest 3 does better than the Apple Vision Pro is, of course, VR gaming and mixed reality. Now, let's dive into that a little bit. Of course, the Quest 3 obviously uses controllers, so you're going to be able to play a gigantic library of games that are on the Quest platform standalone. You're going to have your shooters, you're going to have your action platformers, all these different types of games on there. And mixed reality has just started to be a thing on the Quest 3, and it's one of the things I love about the Quest platform. You can go in there and play all these sorts of games, and it really takes advantage of your space, being attacked inside your own home where your windows are being taken over and boarded over, and then zombies are coming in your door and stuff. It's still a surreal experience in mixed reality, and it really, really works well. Now, the Apple Vision Pro can technically do mixed reality even better than the Meta Quest 3, because it has better hand inclusion and stuff like that. But unfortunately, the Apple Vision Pro has no controller, so it's going to very much limit the type of games that you're going to be able to play on there when it comes to either VR games or mixed reality type games, because you're not going to be playing a first-person shooter with no controllers. It's just not going to happen. And there's going to be plenty of other games that just can't be incorporated that way in any way, shape, or form. They'll have some games. They announced Demio, which is a board game. Rec Room is supposed to come to it. There's still going to be hand-track games that you can use with your hands. They're going to work really well over there. But the vast majority of games on the Quest library are not going to be something that you're going to be able to experience on the Apple Vision Pro, and even more so if you include, wirelessly streaming games from Steam VR. So there's a gigantic amount of games on here that are going to be essentially, quote-unquote, exclusives for the foreseeable future, because you're not going to see them on the Apple Vision Pro. And with them saying that there's no controllers coming in sight, if they ever do, it's going to be a very long time before that actually happens. So guys, that is my top 5 reasons why the Meta Quest 3 is better than the Apple Vision Pro. If you're a gamer, this is where the games are. This is basically a console of sorts right now. That also has other unique abilities, and it does a fantastic job playing these games, and it's going to continue to do that on the Meta Quest 3, whether it be through PC or standalone, and it's going to be unmatched compared to what's on the Apple Vision Pro. So guys, if you guys have any questions about what you guys seen in today's video, as always, leave it down below. If not, thank you guys for watching. Till next time.